Why restrictions improve game design using The Legend of Zelda. Ultrahand is one of the most creativity-inducing abilities in the Legend of Zelda franchise. It allows the player to take one thing and move it around remotely, or attach it to another thing. So why is it so annoying? Magnesis and Ultrahand fill the same role in both The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Magnesis allows the player to move metal objects remotely, whether that means moving a metal plate out of the way, putting a metal box in the way, or relieving pent-up anger by repeatedly smashing Lizalfos with a metal box. Ultrahand allows the player to move almost anything and attach objects together with magical green goo. It seems like an all-around better ability than Magnesis, so why isn't it? When you get the Ultrahand ability from Rauru in Tears of the Kingdom, he says, "This is the Ultrahand ability. It allows you to move objects freely and attach them to other objects. With it, you'll be able to build a great number of things. Really, anything you can imagine." And most of the time this is true. You can move nearly everything in the game that's not nailed down, unless Link is standing on it or is too far away. You can move the objects mostly freely, there is a distance limit, and attach them to other objects. The frustration comes from the last line. Really, anything you can imagine. One of the first things I imagined was one of those AT-AT walkers from Star Wars, and when I went to build that, imagine my surprise when I tried to attach a 20-second object and it just wouldn't. No fiction explanation, no real reason to the player, just a harsh, "Nah, you can't do that, buddy." Now this game was made for the Nintendo Switch, so it has to have some limitations to work on the small console, but it's so frustrating to use in practice. Magnesis is different. While it has less freedom, none of it's a surprise, because it's a big stinking magnet. It can't move wood or enemies, only metal, because it's a magnet. There's no surprise from the players when they learn that a giant magnet can't move a wooden chest. This leads to an important point about genius game design. A player doesn't mind limitations. They mind limitations that feel arbitrary. Good game design makes restrictions feel like natural rules of the world instead of invisible walls created by the developers. Magnesis is limited, but those limitations reinforce the fantasy of a giant magnet. Ultrahand promises nearly infinite freedom, so every invisible little restriction becomes increasingly more noticeable. And that explains